fucking tired. Y'all women saying men got trust issues.
I've been very lucky this year. I've seen loads of cool things. I met Steven Gerrard, I met Luis Suarez, I met Coutinho. But the coolest person I met, and I met him last year, I met a 14-year-old boy. His parents sent me an email saying that their son was battling with cancer. Would I come to see him? I said, yeah, of course. So I went to see him, and he was really funny. Properly funny. He had an iPad of my favourite jokes on his iPad, and he was going, like that's very good, very good, very good, shit. good, shit. It was like Tinder. And his favourite joke of mine was a sketch called Mr. Dildo. Now, I'd forgotten that seminal piece of art, but basically it was a sketch that involved me dressed in a 6-foot cock costume chasing after old ladies. It isn't high art, but it's very funny. And I'm not sure if you've ever seen a 14-year-old boy battling with cancer laugh, but I'll tell you this now, there isn't a lovelier sight in the world. He was just sat there going, brilliant, look at that. You're dressed as a cock, you're chasing an old lady, what's not to fucking love? He had an amazing sense of humour, his entire family did. I guess if you're dealt a card that vicious, you sort of adapt and you become funny. And they certainly were. He was doing a bucket list. I went to see him a few times. He wanted to meet Simon Pegg. He wanted to drive a fast car. By all accounts, that was quite the experience. Slow down, fuck you. And he wanted to meet me. And the 5th time that I went to see him, he said to me, will you come to my funeral? Now that is something that you can never prepare yourself for. You don't know, I'm quite a gobby twat, I think I've proved that, but in that moment, I didn't know what to say. I was like, yeah, I'll go, yeah. And he looked at me with a really steely gaze and just went, don't be a dick. It's gonna be amazing. I said, what do you mean? And he looked at me and went, it's gonna be fancy dress. But it gets even better. He's designing the costumes that people have to wear at his funeral. And this young man has gone dark. He's making his dad go to his funeral dressed as the Grim Reaper. How amazing is that? It gets even better. If anyone coughs, his dad has to lift up his scythe and point at them. I couldn't believe how brave he was. He was fighting fear with funny. I was in awe of him. And I looked at him and said, wow, what do you want me to wear? And he went, I think you know. Not sure I do. Oh, I think you do, Mr. Dildo. He wants me to wear a throbbing 6-foot cock costume to a 14-year-old.
Most frustrating things about being a parent number 14. One of the worst things about being a daddy to little girls is that we know too much about boys because we were boys. And it's fine. Now, when they come home from school, they're 7 years old, they say, Daddy, I've got a boyfriend. And I say, well, what does that mean? You hold hands in the playground? They say, no, we don't fucking go near them. And that is spot on. That is music to my ears. But the time will come in the not too distant future when they walk through that door and they say, Dad, I've got a boyfriend, and my arse will fucking fall out. Because I was a boy at that age, the 12s, the 13s, the 14s. And boys of that age, they want to see boobs. And they want to see, well, you know. And they don't know what to do when they get them. Fuck, I'm a fully grown man and I'm still not quite... I'm getting off track. But they do. They want boobs. And that essentially means that when they walk through that door and they say, I've got a boyfriend, what they're saying is, I've let someone into my life who's going to want me to take my clothes off, and I am not ready for that shit. However, I've given it a lot of thought, and I've decided that when the time comes, it needs to be dealt with responsibility, maturity, and sensitivity by their mother, while I chase the horny little fucker up the street with a stick.
Mark my words, we will make Brexit a success.
Clap twice if you want to suck me off right now. Well, that's fucking embarrassing. She doesn't know how to clap.
Telling my older sister she's adopted.
Oh, if I'm adopted, you're adopted, twinsy. No. I always wonder why I'm our parents' favorite. It's because I'm actually their flesh and blood. It's because you were adopted after me. Wait, I'm not adopted. Yeah. Mom, am I adopted?
What? No! Oh my gosh.
Michaela!
Really? Told her she's an. Oh my gosh.
Wait!
You out. I almost popped you out on the floor, girl. I heard you in that house of ours.
What?
Your mom had to catch you. Michaela, you are totally grounded.
I don't live with you no more.
I know what you're thinking, Sydney. You're thinking, Randy, you're a 40-year-old, single, moderately successful comedian with ants in his car. Seriously, I have ants in my car. I don't know what to do about it. They form like their own society in the air vents. As a vegan, I feel bad killing them, but what kind of man has ants in his car?
One, two, three, four. You're gonna fall through the floor.
This year, I am finally going to win the neighborhood decorating contest.
What, you gonna stand out front and be the little drummer boy?
You think you're going? Aren't you open?
Sorry, ma'am, but unlike your mouth, we occasionally close. Just a second here. Now, why don't you just buck out of here?
A shade of blue.
I'll tell you what I'll do then. We'll stand you in front of a mirror. I'll begin strangling you. When you reach the shade of blue that is satisfactory to you, you yell moo and I'll stop.
That's it. I'm taking my business elsewhere.
May I suggest Jenny Craig?
Hi, honey. Did you miss me?
With every bullet so far.
Wow, nice wheels. But you have to realize, stealing cars is a felony.
So it's pretend to be that kid on Home Improvement.
With this attitude, you're gonna be working here for the rest of your life.
Well, take a gander into the seat next to you if you want to see what your future looks like.
Come, Penelope. Let's go someplace where they treat us with respect.
Try the moon, you'll weigh less now.
I want you to drink this glass of raw eggs.
I don't see any yolks.
Just drink it. All right, Meg, remember what I taught you.
Relax my throat and make eye contact?
No, the fighting stuff.
I was wondering if I could borrow some roofies?
Oh, sure, just a sec. Roofies, huh? Pretty big pill for such a little girl.
Yeah, I know. But I asked someone to do me a favor, and they're not too keen on doing it.
Oh, I know what they're for, honey. Seeing anyone special these days?
Hey, obviously, right?
Right, of course, yeah. Okay, well, listen, good luck with everything, and call me if you get arrested.
I will. Thanks.
That's what it's all about, Glenn. Don't rape it back, rape it forward.
Here's your baby. She's beautiful. Isn't she, sweetheart?
She sure is, Joe.
It's hard to believe she's already 18.
Should have just stuck to the plan.
Well, I figured you might get soft on me, so I hired an old friend to scar them for life.
Hey there, sweetie. How old are you?
16.
18? You're first.
Mom!
I like where this is going. Giggity, giggity, giggity. This family is what's best for Annalee. This is her home now. I gotta let her go.
I'm proud of you, Quagmire.
Thanks, man. Hey, who knows? Maybe I'll bump into her in 18 years.
What?
Did you really think I was gonna change that much? Get out, everybody! What's going on? Not really sure what I'm supposed to do with you. There's some frozen steaks in the freezer. Bathroom's down the hall to the right. If you ever come home and there's a tie on the door, it means I'm frogging someone, so give me at least a couple hours. You smoke?
Now you're overreacting, Lois. And you can't spell overreacting without ovary. 'Cause you're a girl.
I'm not overreacting.
Hey, just an FYI, really no reason to go into any greater detail than this. Stewie should probably never use this pacifier again.
Okay, so I'll talk to him tomorrow?
Hey, you ever accidentally masturbate to young pictures of your mom?
Who the starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
Well, that doesn't totally surprise me. A friend of mine staying in my house got, injured, and my homeowner's insurance wouldn't pay her doctor bills. Said the policy didn't cover an active rod. Joe, hold your handcuffs over my lap.
What the hell is that?
Swiss Army penis.
Well, Quagmire, that's incredible.
Peter? Well, yours are made of a stronger metal. We're gonna have to go with the acetylene torch penis. Don't look right at it. My STDs help it burn brighter.
Anyway, you guys...
Cardiff, who are these inhuman bombers that strike? They strike at the very heart of our society with no respect for human life, without even the courtesy of a perfunctory warning. It makes you nostalgic, doesn't it, for the good old days of the IRA. Because they gave warnings, didn't they? They were gentlemen bombers. The finest terrorists this country's ever had. We'll not see their like again. Let's have a little clap for the IRA. Come on, give them a little clap. Give them a clap, right? Because the IRA, they were decent British terrorists. They didn't want to be British, but they were. And as such, they couldn't help but embody some fundamentally decent British values. We'll miss them now they're gone. And another great thing about the IRA, I always think, apart from the warnings and the uniforms, which were stylish but also practical, is that they had achievable aims, didn't they? What do they want? A united Ireland. And of course it's possible to imagine going round the table and negotiating towards that. What do Al-Qaeda want? Al-Qaeda want to see the destruction of Western Judeo-Christian civilization in its entirety. And it's harder to imagine getting round the table and negotiating towards that, isn't it? And obviously, you'll appreciate we're unable to meet all your demands.
Yeah, it's rude to the other people. You're drunk. You're sexy. Listen, you have to stop this, alright? No more drinking. I'm sorry I even